Okay, hello everybody. We are doing our predictions for UFC 257.
This is Mike Check 95.
That's pretty large one.
And before we get into our predictions for UFC 257, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and also subscribe to the channel MykeCheck'd Productions.
So after we did it last time, we had predictions, and then shortly beforehand, and then I think was it the day of that we posted the video?
Yeah, we did a live stream on the day of. We had a horrible experience live streaming it because you were trying. You messed up the stream with the title somehow, and quality on YouTube for me was terrible.
This time, what we're going to be doing is we will be having our predictions here.
Yes, and we're more awake.
And we are predicting this, and then we will watch it together in a watch party.
Watch party. We're not going to be showing the event on camera.
Yes, this camera will be here on the tripod, and it will stay here on the tripod.
Yes.
It will not rotate towards the screen.
No.
Going forward, I would like to say that on the last one, I was the more right person.
Yeah, you had a couple ones that were right.
So, let's see if I can go 2 for 2. Early prelim match is Andrew Sanchez versus Magomed Murdoch.
Okay, and again, I don't recognize any of these fighters at all, honestly.
Most of the time in the early prelims we won't. Looks like they do both have a good amount of fight history. Sanchez is coming off of a win. Pretty much the same stats, except Murdoch has a 4-inch leg advantage.
Yeah. Depending
if he's going to utilize that or not. I'm not sure about his style.
Seemed like he has a better significant striking lands per minute for Murdoch, but Sanchez has a better striking accuracy.
I'm going to go for Mock on this one.
Murdoch?
Yeah.
You're going to go for Murdoch on that one?
Yep.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. These are brand new fighters to me.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a toss-up. I mean, they're really close on the stats. They both have good records. I went off hairstyle.
You went off hairstyle
on this one. So.
I am probably gonna say, besides having a lower lands per minute on his significant strikes, I'm probably gonna go for Sanchez, just because his striking accuracy, takedown average, and takedown accuracy is a bit higher than Murdoch's.
Second one coming up is the catchweight bout between Nick Lentz and Mazov Elzivanov. Okay, Elzivanov is undefeated.
He is undefeated, yes.
From Russia, just like Khabib.
Yeah, he's got a way more significant reach than Lentz does. Significant strikes, lands per minute are better. Striking accuracy is not as better than Lentz's.
So here's what I'm going to say. Lentz has been in 43 fights.
Mm-hmm. He's probably been fighting for a very long time.
He's probably got the experience, and that's why some of his stats doesn't look as good. But I'm gonna go with Elzivanov.
You gonna go for the newcomer?
Yeah.
And this fight, the newcomer.
13-0 undefeated. I think he's got it. This other guy reminds me of like a good dad at Home Depot.
A good dad at Home Depot. I would have to say Movzar too. I can't pronounce his last name. I'll say Movzar as well, mainly because he's still undefeated and he seems like a younger talent that could probably last a bit longer in the octagon.
So this names, which I will pronounce both of these very accurately, Amir Albabazi versus Zalgas
Zumagulov.
Both have 13 wins, 4 losses to the 1 loss.
Mm-hmm.
Both from the Middle East, exact same weight, similar reach on both.
Albazi's got a 100% takedown accuracy though.
So Zalgas looks like he'll fuck somebody up. He has that face that looks like he could take a fucking punch. Like, he reminds me of that one chick who had the head perfusion or whatever, that she just kept coming back and forth. Like, I feel like he's just going to keep coming at him.
I feel like if it goes to the ground, Albazi may have it one in the bag. But for the other guy, his stand-up seems a little bit better.
Yeah.
His striking accuracy is like almost like like over 50% compared to Albazi. So I'm gonna go with Zalgaz as well.
Back on to the prelims, we might start to hear some people that are familiar.
Hopefully,
maybe. So our first one is a lightweight belt between. Holy shit, they're not going easy on these names.
No, so far, nothing that we can really pronounce that well.
Well, I'll do the first one if you want to do the second one. Armin Ahalkamakitis Tissa carry on.
Then we have Nazrat Nazrat.
They're both coming off wins. Similar reach.
Well, lands per minute is significantly higher for Nazrat.
It looks like Nazareth is much more brawler than.
Yeah, it does seem like he's much more of a brawler than. I mean, his stance is southpaw, so.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give it to my man Armin.
You gonna say Armin?
Yeah, Armin Nesingawati.
You think it's because if he'll take it to the ground or whatever?
Yeah, I think he's gonna take it to the ground. This other guy has good stats and record. Just I don't want to say his name to win. Like I feel like he'd be doing better.
Yeah. I'll probably say the same thing. I mean, like I said, if he takes it to the ground, I'm pretty sure Nazrat's not gonna do that too hot. But that's just what I believe in.
Brad Terviez, which is actually ranked number 14 in the division, versus Antonio Carla Despato Carlos Jr. I feel like I should know him.
Carlos Jr. has a better reach.
Takedown accuracy is phenomenal.
He's probably better. Carlos is probably better on the ground for sure. But when it comes to striking, lands per minute goes for Tavares, but accuracy, it goes to Carlos.
What would be interesting about this is even though Brad is better in striking, he has a 79 to 74 reach disadvantage.
Yeah.
So
Carlos has got the definite reach for sure.
And I think he's going to try and take him to the ground for sure. Utilize that reach, keep him at a distance, and get him down around 2. So I'm going to go with Carlos.
Carlos Jr.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the same thing. Mainly because of the reach, like you said, and his takedown game seems like a lot stronger than Tavares.
Juliana, the Venezuelan Vixen Piana versus Sarah McMahon. Pina is coming off of a lot. Have we seen Pina? I feel like I know that name. She's ranked number 7. Like these are higher ranked people. In the
division. Yeah.
So I mean,
Piana's got a 3-inch reach on McMahon.
69-inch reach advantage.
Her lands per minute on her striking is a little bit better. So is her striking accuracy. But again, the takedown average and accuracy will go to McMahon. So it's literally stand-up versus takedown and groundwork from the looks of it.
I'm going to fall for Piana.
You want to go for Piana? You think her stand-up will be able to handle the McMahon?
Yeah, it's a close one too because I haven't seen a lot of these people as well. So we're kind of doing judgment calls here until we get more familiar with some of these people.
Oh yeah.
Especially when their stats are so close.
I'm gonna have to go with McMahon because for some reason this fight the takedown game is just significantly a lot stronger than Pena, and yeah, she has that reach, but that takedown average and accuracy is almost way too high for me to not go against that.
Cahill Roundtree Jr., which I know that guy, versus Marcin Prajano. So automatically I want to say Khalil, but also you look at Prajano, they are both close, and they're more strikers. Marcin tends to finish them quicker, and he's from Poland, and he's pretty durable in his fights.
Yeah.
So I don't know which way to call this. I'm gonna go with my gut and go with Khalil Roundtree Jr.
Yeah, I'll say Roundtree as well.
It's just close, but I feel like that's gonna be a tough fight.
It's gonna be really close and everything.
It could be a thing last pay-per-view that we had with Hardy, where they're really one of them dominated on stand-up, and the other guy just took him to the ground.
Yeah, Hardy was doing so good, and then he just gave up by the second round.
All right, time for the main card. People that actually know who they are. Marina Rodriguez, the number 8 contender, will go against Amanda Ribes as the opening bout. 12 to 1 to 2 to 10 to 1. So they both have good records. Rodriguez, what's interesting, is coming off of her first loss.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. She's probably going to be very motivated to go back. They're both from Brazil, so expect to see some BJJ. I think this is going to be a grappling fest.
You think so?
Yeah, both their takedown defense is really good. Their significant strikes is not that many per thing compared to how high their defenses are. And if you look at their average fight time, it's like 15 minutes, 12:23. So they both go the distance most of the time. So that tells me that they're grapplers. I really think Rodriguez is going to be really motivated to come back from her defeat.
Was Ribas coming off a win or loss?
Ribas doesn't say.
So probably
hasn't had a fight in a while. Yeah,
I'll do Ribas. From my point of view, her takedown average and accuracies, from how I'm seeing it, it looks significantly a lot better. And her submission average is a lot higher as well.
Yeah. All right, I already know what I'm calling on this next one. We're doing Matt Farella versus the bulldozer, Ottoman Antizir. He's undefeated, and I've seen him in several other fights before. He is going to fucking steamroll this guy, and I'm no doubt easy first round knockout. Calling it.
Yeah, for sure. I would say that too.
Especially that. It's going to be
with
interesting.
The undefeated streak, yeah.
And that's also going to be interesting because the other guy is not good on stand-up and is good on the ground. So something's going to happen. Another women's match here. The number 6 contender versus the number 7 contender.
Interesting.
Jessica Evil Eye. Does she have a lazy eye? Joanne versus Joanne JoJo Calderwood.
What the fuck?
Wow. Big weight difference here. What's the weight class for this? Is it bantamweight? 135 pounds to 115 pounds. That's a 20-pound difference.
Jesus.
That is insane. And
it's a flyweight bout, too.
Oh, and she's ground.
Eye? Or Calderwood?
Eye is a ground and pound. 20-pound difference, and it's somebody that's literally going to take her to the ground and beat the shit out of her.
So you think Eye's got the
Eye's
the
got
ground in the way?
It's not even... that weight difference shouldn't be happening. When you got 20-pound difference in MMA on somebody, that's ridiculous. They have weight cuts for a reason where people will weigh in and then cut out, try and bulk back up before the fight, like the next day, like the next morning.
I'll have to say Evil Eye as well.
Now for the semi-main event, before main event, the Hangman Dan Hooker versus Michael Chandler.
Michael Chandler, that name sounds familiar to me. Like I've seen that name float around.
Yeah, I know. I've heard of both of these guys before.
Not Hooker, but Chandler, yeah.
I know Hooker's had some fights with what's-his-face.
From what I have here, Hooker's got a significant reach. Hooker's got significant strikes lengths per minute and significant strike accuracy better. But again, takedown average and accuracy goes to Chandler. And submission average is Chandler as well.
And Hooker's ranked number 6 for the title of Chandler.
Yeah, I'm going to say Chandler too. Mainly because that name does sound familiar and everything. And all that fun jazz. I mean, I'm not counting Dan Hooker out, but just off familiarity, I'm going to say Chandler.
All right, now this is the fight that everybody's watching this card for, full of nobodies. We're going to be seeing the notorious Conor McGregor making his return in a rematch versus Dustin Poirier. Both of these guys are really good, and what's been really interesting...
And this is their second fight, right?
Yep, this is their rematch. It was one of Conor's bigger matches whenever... Like, they were talking about how he was all hype, and then he came out and pretty much proved that he's not hype. So, and he destroyed him in this fight. So they're wanting to call it back. And he's finally getting it. And they've went out on social media these last couple of days, like Dustin Poirier basically said, like, I'm tougher than you. If we do a pure stand-up, I'm going to beat you. Conor McGregor, in my opinion, is much better on stand-up. We haven't seen Conor fight since he got fucked over by Khabib, and then retired, and then came back.
For the Mayweather fight, even though it doesn't really count.
Yeah, and he said that he felt abandoned, like left behind by the fans. So that's why he retired.
Well, I mean, like, it's literally because of his personality.
Yeah,
because he threw that chair at the bus. That's probably why he lost so many fans, because of that snobby movie, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not taking away any ability from Conor McGregor. He's, like I told you before, he's a great fighter. It's just his personality sucks.
He's such an asshole.
He is an asshole. But he's so good, too.
Yeah, now, and the thing that makes me concerned for Dustin Poirier is he said he's going to take this on stand-up and he's just going to swing against Conor. That's the biggest mistake you can make is trying... That's where Conor excels at.
You don't have to take him to the ground.
But he already said he's not going to. He's going to beat Conor in his game.
If that's the case, then like
Conor's winning.
Conor's going to win unless some freak miracle happens.
I just don't see it. I don't see him beating Conor on stand-up.
I've only seen Conor lose when he gets taken to the ground.
Yeah, so I'm giving it to Conor.
Give it to Conor.
I don't think it's going to be a first-round knockout. I think it's going to be a fight, and it's going to be a fucking slugfest. But Conor's going to win.
As much as I don't like his personality, I'll have to give it to Conor too. Like I said, if Dustin doesn't take it to the ground, it might be over because I've only seen Conor lose fights going to the ground. One against Nate Diaz, that fucking prick, and Khabib. But I am going into this fight with not much respect towards Conor because I actually went back and watched some of his actions before his Khabib fight and everything. And again, he's a great fighter. His ability is fantastic. It's just go back to the drawing board with that personality, you Irish fuck.
Well, he sells tickets. That's his whole thing.
Yeah, true. Well, on a side note, though, I don't think we'll have any planned events this Saturday. So if I'm late, I'll be semi-late. Not super late, but semi-late. Not like last time where I didn't get home till like freaking midnight.
Yeah, so this time I will be starting the stream solo, starting at 6:30. Well, 5:30. 5:30,
yeah.
which would be 4:30 our time.
Mm-hmm.
So early afternoon, be prepared for some fuckery.
And again, it's going to be a watch party. You're just going to see us react to it.
Yeah.
And another good thing is that we're not combining two wrestling events at the same time. Because WWE's event is next weekend. Not this coming weekend, but next weekend. Which is going to be the Royal Rumble. We will. Speaking of that, we will have our predictions out for the Royal Rumble next week.
We got anything for AEW?
You're going in blind. I don't think they don't have any pay-per-views coming up.
Okay.
Because they don't do it every month. I am slightly not excited for the Rumble at all. Not at all. I'm usually excited for the Rumble, but this year I'm not.
Well, we could have some return comebacks.
Anyways, that's our predictions on the UFC 257. We'll get to more our thoughts on the Rumble on our next prediction video. This is MykeCheck'd 95.
And this is Krieger, Dylan. Krieger.
Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Like, subscribe, all that fun jazz. We will see you in the next video.